How you doing, YouTube? Today we're back with a brand new video. So today's video, we're going to be skimming this whole room, all in one hit. So we're going to get all the walls and the ceiling. We're going to do them all at once. Now, I try to avoid doing this as much as possible, but I had a time restraint on this job, so there's going to be a few videos from here, but this is going to be the first one, and we're going to skim this whole room. We got here, I had to go to the builder's yard, and we didn't get here to close to 9 o'clock, like 5 to 9. By the time we get set up, everything ready to go, it was about 20 past 10, quarter past 10, 20 past 10. So we had only time to do one hit because we had to prep for tomorrow, for the next day. So we have this room and then we have a living room to do, and I needed to get the living room done or prepped so that I can skim it tomorrow. It's too big to do all in one day, so that's the reason I had to get it prepped when I'm doing this, basically. So I throw this whole thing on all at once, and it goes pretty well. I've lost a little bit of footage, so first coating the bottom of the walls, I'm not sure what happened. It set the camera up to record, and it basically recorded like a minute and a half and then stopped recording, because I shoot all my videos on my phone. Sometimes when the phone rings, it actually knocks the recording off. So I'm going to be buying a GoPro here probably not next week but the week after. Hopefully gets some money together and get the GoPro, because the shooting videos on the phone is just not really working out anymore. So I'm gonna do that. If you're enjoying the videos, take a bit of a break and go and have a look in the description. We have links there to Patreon. Patreons will get an extra video, shout out and videos, stuff like that there. If you want to support me directly, you can do that. Or if you want to support me indirectly, you'll find Amazon affiliate links in the description. What those links bring you to are the tools that I'm using in this video and every video that I post. If you buy the tool after clicking the link, I get a percentage of the sale. And if you don't buy the tool but go on to buy something else, it doesn't even have to be plastering related. Just like if you're going to buy your wife a present or something and you buy it after clicking that link, I'll get a percentage as well. And that's a good way to support me sort of indirectly, because you're not actually spending any more money than you would have anyway. So have a look at them. So as you can see here, not the last video but the video before, I talked about the video I posted where the stuff was sliding all over the place, all over the walls, because a lot of people had said that the PVA hadn't set. I actually went to the builder's yard this morning and was going to buy SBR for doing this job, but there was none, so I was forced to buy PVA, and it was the same PVA I used on that job, and the exact same thing happened. The PVA was almost dry, like super tacky. When I was touching it, my gloves were like sticking to the wall. And there was parts of it it was completely dry, And what has happened, what I noticed this time, what I didn't the last time, the it's not like proper PVA. It's like paste, you would use to put like wallpaper on, and the plaster just sort of slides all over it. It's like really bizarre. So unfortunately, I'm going to be using that tomorrow as well, which is going to be grim. The video that I'm shooting tomorrow is going to be how to skim our tack ceiling, or any textured ceiling really. So that's going to be tomorrow's video. I just wanted to point something out too. You can see here, so when you're doing a full room like this, you see how you use the corner trowel. When you put your first coat on, it's always a good idea to hit all the angles with your corner trowel, and just take any of the lumps and bumps out of it. I always do this, and then when I put my second coat on, I will close in, and once it's closed in, then once it's gone a little bit hard to the like firm to the touch, then I'll actually give it another go with the angle trowel. And that's actually a Marshalltown angle trowel. It's the best one that I've found so far. I really like it. So because we have so much on, what I'll do is I'll first coat the top, and then I will jump down, and I'll close the ceiling in, close the walls in, the tops, and then I'll jump down and second coat the bottom. The reason I do this is because, well, number one, because I knew this, because the way the first coat took up, that there was a fair bit of suction on the wall. So I knew if I had left it until I completely coated all the walls, it would have been too hard to close in. So, and not only that, I like to get my ceiling nice and flat before I get down away from it. It's just sort of good practice to do so. You can see here, like I like to take, when I'm second coating, I like to bring the coat about halfway down the wall. The reason I do this is that if there's a join, if the plaster starts to set, and somehow you leave lines, that the lines are just below your eye line. So if you think, if you jump down off the stilts there, it's going to be sort of between my chest and my stomach, that line, and I think that's the best way to do it. The further down you can get it, the better. Like a lot of the times I'll bend down like I'm coating the bottom of a wall, but I didn't do that in this case. I wanted it there just so it was easier, basically. If you are going to try this, if you're a plaster, if you're doing this off a hop up or off a crate, you need your head looked at. Like, I've seen videos of boys skimming ceilings and like spinning on crates. It's mental. Just buy yourself a set of stilts. It's so much easier. But if you're going to do a full room, definitely close everything in before you get down and you coat the bottoms. It actually does sap pretty quick, which wasn't really surprising because of the way the suction was. But you have to make sure, if you're going to do it like this, that you bring, when you're closing in your coat, or your second coat, that if there's a line there in the middle of the wall, that it's completely flattened out, because if that turns hard, and you come to second coat the bottom, you'll see the line through your new plaster, and it's going to look crap, basically. And you see that's just now back to second coating the bottoms. This, for whatever reason, this skim, the first coat didn't set off too fast, but this second coat of skim, it was really bad. Like I should have at least had another 15 minutes before it started to sort of tighten up, but here, once I start this wall, it actually really starts to tighten. You can see sort of on the edge of the bucket scrapings and stuff, and usually I would avoid doing that, but because it started to turn hard, that's the reason that's there. It's not pleasant trying to throw on, especially bottoms, when the stuff's too hard. Yeah, it's not pleasant at all. Another thing that I would sort of stay away from is doing. You can see here that I actually put the reveals and the head on at the same time, which isn't something that you should really do. You can't do it. Like, it's just another couple of bad angles, but I would always like to put the head on first, and then the two legs on with your second hit. That's how I usually do it when I'm skimming the room. Like, I probably would have done this in a day anyway, because I don't like to push too hard. So I probably would have just took my time with this room, if I had time. It's what I usually do is like a small room like this. I'll just do in a day. But as I said, I had the constraint of having to get that other room prepped. But now I'm getting the GoPro. I'm actually going to start trying to vary the videos a bit. I feel like I know there's a lot of people here that just enjoy watching me skimming. And thank you to you if that's what you enjoy. But I do want to try to vary the content a little bit. I feel like doing what I want to do is so do a video like this one that you're watching, where I skim whatever, or I render, or whatever it is, and then the second video of the week, do either a day in the life, or a POV, or a tool review, something like that, and vary the second video. So you're getting your skimming video every week, but you're also getting something else. So we're basically, what I'm saying is that I would like to hear from the people that watch the videos. Do you want me to sort of what videos would you like to see, basically? You can see here now I'm running the ceiling. I every ceiling that I do the same way. I'll start in this case usually facing the window, and yeah, I'll run every single ceiling across the window. It's just the way we were taught. There's people I know that will run ceilings the opposite way, and it would be on a very rare occasion that I would do that. On bigger ceilings, I would actually run them both ways. So if this was a massive big ceiling, I would be doing run it one way and then run it the other. But because it's so small, just run it the one, basically. I do like this. This was relatively easy. I didn't really stop. There was about 2.5 bags for the first mix, and 2.5 bags 2 bags for the second mix. So there was 4.5 bags went into this room. And realistically, like, it shouldn't have went as fast as it did. Like, you can see here, just in front of me on that little nib, that stuff's actually starting to set already, which is mental. And I'm not sure. I think it might be the stuff, because it's happened a few times. Like the last job that I done, that warm wall system, that was the same. Like how fast that skim sat wasn't normal, and this was the same. Like I put this first coat on, second coat on, closed it in, and then straight away cut it, and then within, I think I sat for 5 minutes between cutting it and flaxing, and I probably could have went straight away with a flaxie because it was already starting to turn colour. So it's, for whatever reason, it's been really satin bad, which isn't good if you've lots to put on, but it's okay when you've sort of smaller stuff like this to do. So what you'll see me doing now is what I like to do when I have big big long bits of wall with no plugs or anything on it. I love just running the length of the wall. So basically walking it like I do with the ceiling. I'll soak the wall completely, the whole thing, and then I'll go from one side and walk it across, and you're just doing the same thing as you do in the ceiling, and then I'll just bring it across the way, and it means that it's been troweled 2 ways now, and it is good for your finish. You see here in the top left hand corner, just above my head, that you can see a big black patch, like, and that's actually starting to turn colour already. So I've started to sort of speed up a little bit because I can see that I'm going to need to get over it pretty soon. But as I say, I took a 5-minute break because I was absolutely exhausted, because from when I mixed the stuff, well, from I got out of the van, I hadn't stopped. I didn't get a tea break. I got out of the van at 9, and I think I finished the skimming at like 3 o'clock. About 2:30, and then I spent an hour setting up the living room down the stairs. So you can see now we're on to our flaxie, and we're going to just basically do the same thing. We're going to flaxie everything the same way. Give the ceiling plenty of water, and lots of pressure. We're putting lots of pressure on as we walk it, and it'll take away sort of the matte look and give you sort of like a shinier, you'll see here when I go over it, it's like a shinier finish. Again, I just want to take this opportunity to say, if you want to support me, there's links in the description to my Patreon, also my Amazon affiliate links. You just click a link, buy the tool, buy something else, I get a percentage, and you're supporting me. Also wanted to say, if you're enjoying this video, like and subscribe. It helps with the YouTube algorithm, and if you subscribe, I'm aiming to get to 500 subs by the end of the month, which will be massive for me. Also, 85% of people that watch these videos aren't actually subscribed. So if you're watching the video now, and just look and see if you're subscribed or not, and if you're not, just hit subscribe, turn the bell on if you want notifications when the newest videos come out, because I think it's been about 4 months now where I've been putting out 2 videos a week every week, and I'm only planning on adding more to that schedule. So like and subscribe. Also, if you want, check out the social media. I have Instagram, I have TikTok, I have Facebook. Check them out. Go and like the Facebook page, follow me on Instagram. I'm also going to start a little series, a short series. Probably I'll do it through shorts on YouTube, and then I'm going to put them on TikTok as well, but like little hints and tips, on how best to do like certain things, like little tricks that help me day to day. And you can see here now this stuff's almost completely set, which is mental. Thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next video, guys.